Hello, everyone. Thanks for joining us for Access City Council. I'm David Riggleman, Communications Director for the City of Las Vegas. Coming up on this show, donations pour in for those in need as holiday cheer is spread throughout Ward 2. And find out why one amazing 12-year-old girl has been named America's National Miss Queen in action. It's pretty exciting stuff. Of course, the councilwoman who represents Ward 2 is Victoria Seaman. She joins me now. Welcome. How are you?
I'm great. It's good to be back.
Good to be back.
And our first show in
2021. How about that?
I'm excited.
2020 is in the rear view.
Goodbye.
And moving on. So, how's your new year been treating you so far?
Very good.
Yeah, good.
Very good. Excited to be here. Excited to be at work and helping the community and hoping for a better year than last year.
Exactly. Just as busy as last year around here, that's for sure.
That doesn't change.
You know Ward 2 very well. It's where we both live.
Yes.
For those of you out there not exactly sure where Ward 2 is located, well, hey, come join us sometime out there. It's basically the area with the big 2 on it, appropriately enough. We're basically west of the Rainbow Curve primarily.
That's right.
So if you live west of that area, then chances are you are in the city limits of the city of Las Vegas. You are in Ward 2 if you're a resident out there, and you are represented by Victoria Seaman. We've said this before, that area west of the 215 exploding with growth out there.
It is.
But it's a wonderful part of town, a lot going on in the ward, and you know, we're going to talk more about it today. That's what we're here to do. So, Councilwoman, one of the things that you are well known for is a big animal lover and supporter of animals. You recently took a tour of the Animal Foundation because they had some specials going on during the holidays to try to encourage people to find a forever pet to bring into their home.
That's correct.
They really had some
and
need.
It took everything I had not to bring them all home.
I thought about that. Because you already have 2 dogs, right?
I have 3.
3 dogs,
I have
okay.
3.
Yeah, there you go.
So it was really hard because there's so many wonderful pets just waiting for a home. There was one, that little cat right there, it just didn't want me to go. It just kept grabbing my hand. So just for those folks who really want a pet, this is the best place to go and adopt an animal that needs a home.
The old thing is, don't shop, adopt, right?
Yes,
because there are a lot of animals in need. And the shelter tries to do their very best not to put any of the animals down, but at some point the population, and this is really speaks not so much to the shelter, but to those of us that live in Las Vegas, got to do a better job of getting animals spayed and neutered so that they're not overpopulating.
Right, and they have some great programs there where they will spade your dog. They offer so many different services for the community.
Exactly.
I really was impressed when I toured it.
Yeah, I know you were a big help to try to get the word out too on social media about, hey, there are animals that are available for adoption. Really consider it. Some beautiful animals. I have a rescue. We have 2 rescues, in fact.
I have one too.
A dog and a cat. So,
and it's my favorite.
Yeah, you can find some really great fur
animals,
babies there, absolutely. So. Good for you for helping get the word out to Chris Robinson and the crew over at the Animal Foundation. And then, Councilman, we are into 2021, but we want to talk a little bit about some of the holiday stuff that just took place here within the last few weeks. You posted this on Facebook. You said, "Thank you to everyone who turned out for the Ward 2 holiday celebration. It was so great to see so many wonderful people and spread a little holiday cheer." And we needed holiday cheer after 2020 and the year as it unfolded. So tell everybody, where are we, Councilman? Where is this taking place?
We're at Bruce Trent Park, and we were supposed to have a Christmas breakfast, and because of the pandemic, we decided to do a little to-go breakfast with some gifts in it. And people really loved it and brought their kids. We had gifts for the kids and gifts for the adults and breakfast, basically. So it was really a nice event, and
good for you guys. Obviously different than how we would have done it had it not been a pandemic, but it's still, we're all used to that now. It's just the way we've had to change the way we think and do, and there you are, still helping spread some cheer at the holidays. Looks like you had a great turnout at that.
We did have a great turnout. It was great.
Your staff, they do a great job of helping organize all of that. And you even got Santa driving a Corvette there.
Yeah, we were surprised that Santa showed up.
Well, he's going to be kind of right in with that whole holiday thing. So that was great. Well, so the event went off, again, not as we had mentioned it probably at the beginning of 2020, but
we were able to just do a drive-through, and it worked out fine.
And we've gotten really good at those at the city. Safe,
have.
where we've given out things, Easter, whatever it might have been, where everybody's social distance, they stay in their car. So we still get to have an event, but certainly much safer
Yes,
than...
because the kids look forward to
They
it.
surely
They really do.
Absolutely, absolutely. And then, Councilwoman, you also helped a lot of those in need during the holidays. The holiday breakfast drop-off took place for Share Village, too,
Yes,
right?
my staff went over there and delivered gifts and snacks over to Shared Village, which is always in need of food and items. And so this was, I think it brought a lot of cheer to some of the people that are in need.
For
and
sure.
There's Bree there,
on your
my
staff,
special assistant. And
Brianna Ramirez. Councilwoman, Share Village, for those that don't know, it's Arnie Stock's group. Tell them what the organization's all about and who they basically care for.
They really care for everyone, but they started out as a veterans village, helping veterans in need of low-income housing, a place to stay, a place to get on their feet, and it's just grown. And Arnie Stock is really a great partner with the city and all that he's done. And if you drive by the residences, it doesn't look like your average low-income housing.
No,
I mean, it
they're
looks
very
like
nice.
neighborhoods and communities. And he also is, I think, one of the most well-known places to feed the homeless.
Absolutely.
And so he is always available with water, with food. And so I encourage people, and I did throughout the pandemic, that if you have, if you want to give, go to Shared Village and bring water or bring food or donate to them, because I think they've helped a lot of people through the pandemic and even before that. So
for sure.
It's a great organization. I'm very fond of of Arnie Stock and what they do.
Yeah. You know, people may not know this, but Arnie Stock used to be a city employee. He's a former city employee of City of Las Vegas.
He's just got a heart of gold.
He does. He really does. And he started off with Veterans Village 1, as you mentioned, then 2, 3, 4, and now he's helping people who are homeless in general. Exactly.
Everyone.
Exactly.
And that opportunity to have him help you to get on your feet, and then it changes your life.
Yeah.
And so, again, he's a great community partner, and I'm always looking for ways that we can help.
Yeah, absolutely. I think, too, you hit this on the head. The properties that he has are nice.
They're really nice.
They're not...
what people would think of as low-income housing.
Exactly.
And he makes sure that they stay that way. And his organization is just amazing.
Yeah, he takes care of the folks, too. Not only does he provide a place for them to live, but if they have other needs, he has those wraparound services that really protect them as well. So
we're lucky to have him here.
Absolutely. Yeah, he is a gem. And then, Councilwoman, during the holidays, too, you know, we wanted to make sure not only did we celebrate Christmas, but we also celebrated Hanukkah. And you had the menorah lighting out at the Badlands Clubhouse. That took place on December 12th.
Yeah.
And there you are. Helping to, Councilwoman Fiore is
yes,
with you.
We are great supporters of the Jewish community, and they invited us to come and light the menorah. And yeah, this is right in smack dab in the middle of Ward 2, and it was just nice to really see all the people come out. During the pandemic, it was freezing cold, and they all lined up in their cars to watch the menorah being lit.
Yeah, tell everybody about that, Councilwoman. Again, differently done than in the past. You know, instead of standing around the menorah, everybody was
in cars.
Yeah.
And there were even folks that were way back that you're wondering how they could even see, but they wanted to make sure that they shared that moment. And then we had, of course, the dancers. They always have
the dancing dreidels.
Dancing dreidels, and it was just fun. It was a lot of fun.
Councilwoman, did you experience? It seemed to me that maybe because it was the pandemic that, at least in the neighborhood where I live, it seemed like more people decorated their homes, both for Hanukkah and for Christmas, than in years past. A lot more holiday cheer, at least displayed on people's homes with lights and whatnot this time around.
We saw maybe 80% of our neighborhood with lights up outside.
Same here.
And that's very unusual.
Exactly, same here.
We said the same exact thing when we were driving through neighborhoods. People really decorated. They wanted that holiday spirit during this time of the pandemic, and it was beautiful.
Yeah, it was.
It was very beautiful.
So my family were saying, boy, we hope everybody keeps it up next year, in
I hope
2021,
so.
because it was a nice addition. It really
nice.
was. So, and Councilwoman, you also posted this on Facebook. You said, it was a tough choice, but my pick for the 2020 Councilwoman's Choice Trophy was Mike and Kristen Scanlon for their boat Santa Sleigh. Now, this is part of the annual Festival of Lights out at the lakes. And folks, if you're not familiar, they always have a boat decorating contest. A lot of pressure on the councilwoman because she gives out one of the awards for best boat. And so she has to pick. After all those boats are out there, she has to decide who's got the best one.
We have to do an award for everyone, second place, third place, all the way to however many boats there are.
Places we got,
I have to tell you, they're all so incredible.
It's phenomenal, yeah.
They decorate to the hilt. I mean, they decorate these boats. And even though there was no one there to watch, we did videotape it through Facebook so that people could see those beautiful boats, because people come out there.
They surely do.
Normally, there's like hundreds of people out there watching this.
And this is a tradition that goes back many, many years now.
You were telling me all the way back to Councilman Wolfson.
Exactly, but even before that, So 20, 25 years they've been doing this out there.
It was absolutely amazing, those boats.
And it's always a challenge because it's at night and it's December and you're on the water, and so it gets a little chilly out there.
It was extra cold this year.
So I think some of those folks were saying that, since we're doing it virtually this year, that's a good thing because I'm warm now as opposed to having to put
I'm in my home.
Exactly right. So, well, thanks for doing that. And again, it's a lot of pressure on you because the boats are really well decorated.
Oh, they're amazing.
And they kind of up their game every year. I've noticed. Used to be a few lights around the rails. Now you saw what we're talking about. I mean, they go all out.
And they all go all out.
I know. And then you have to pick. It's like, oh my gosh, which one am I going to go with here? So I'll just pick you. All right. And then, Councilwoman, you had this on Facebook as well. You said, thank you to the wonderful ladies of the Oakmont of West Las Vegas for knitting these wonderful scarves and hats for donation to those in need. I look forward to getting these distributed to those who can use them this winter. A great group. I'm not familiar with this group, though, the Oakmont of West Las Vegas.
Senior living.
Yeah.
Senior living. And what I can say about them is that they are always doing great things in the community. They collect toys for tots. They do. They during the pandemic, they actually had a day where they had law enforcement come out and pick up lunch.
Oh, really?
I mean, they've done some amazing things. They're real big community outreach. They do a lot of community service. And they had some women there who knew how to knit, and they decided that they were going to knit scarves and hats for the needy, for people who need it during the winter. And then their director contacted me as the councilwoman and said, we know that a lot of pressure again.
Yeah, I know.
You'll find a place
figure out
for
where
them.
these should go.
But we're going to donate them to you. And they were beautiful scarves.
Looks like you guys chose Safe Nest.
We chose Safe Nest because Safe Nest has a lot of women and children in need, and we felt that they would appreciate those scarves, and they did. It was amazing.
Councilwoman, tell everyone, if they're not familiar, what Safe Nest, what the organization, what their primary mission is.
Their primary mission is women and children, to give them a place to stay in transition, maybe if they're abused or whatever else. But they are a great organization. They've been around for a long time.
They have.
And it's one of those organizations, once again, when you're looking to contribute or donate, check them out.
Yeah, they do a wonderful job here in the community. And during the holidays, imagine being in that situation and kind of feeling like, what's next for me, my children? And so to have the Safe Nest organization there, and then to know that people care, the ladies over at Oakmont, and then through the council office, that was great. That was a good
We love facilitating these different things for people because, a lot of times people do have ideas that they want to contribute something, but they don't really know how to.
Right, exactly. We hear that all the time. We do. And you know what? Before the end of the show, we'll have Councilwoman's contact information. You want to reach out to her. If you want to volunteer, help clean up a park, if you maybe have you have a scout troop that you have some projects that you need to work for a merit badge, contact us because the councilwoman always knows where the need is in the community she can plug you in on some really good projects. So. And then, Councilwoman, I think a lot of people may not know this, but Las Vegas is a sister city of Ansan, South Korea, believe it or not.
That's correct.
Yeah,
For
that's
many,
right.
many years.
Exactly, many years going
Goes back to Mayor Jan Jones.
Exactly. And you posted this on Facebook. You said, I want to thank Mr. Lee, the Korean American Association, and the city of Ansan, South Korea, for putting together a very generous donation of masks to the city of Las Vegas. And, of course, Mr. Lee from Lee's Discount Liquor is of Korean descent, and he and the group from Ansan partnered so that masks from South Korea were sent to Las Vegas, right?
That's right.
Yeah,
They
yeah.
involved the Korean Business Association
Yeah.
here of Las Vegas, and they donated thousands of masks for us to facilitate where they were needed. So
Yeah.
we were able to give them to a lot of the senior homes in Ward 2, and then Councilwoman Diaz was in need for her senior assisted
Ward 3,
living
yeah.
in Ward 3. So I partnered with her and we brought the masks to one of her facilities.
Great.
And just everybody giving during this time. It's just was a year of the pandemic, but we saw so much good in people.
It's so true. And this good reached literally halfway around the world because these masks came from Ansan, South Korea. And again, they donated them here because they're our sister city in Korea.
Sister Park.
Yeah, exactly. We have Ansan Sister City Park, too, which is in Ward 2.
That's correct.
So, and they obviously didn't forget us at this time of year either, sending those masks. And then again, you figured out where the need is and to get the stuff out there. So good stuff all the way around. And then, Councilwoman, you didn't forget the city employees. This is always nice, especially when you come with the goodies you bring. They're always really good. You remember our city employees. Because you know what, folks, I know as part of our job in government is to keep going no matter what's happening. But we certainly had to do that this year. And you just had a big thank you for all the employees with cookies and donuts and all the things that
well, I just
we
have
just
to
love
say
to have
I
this time of year.
appreciate so much what everybody's done here. When we have issues, my office certainly does appreciate everyone at the city when we have an issue, a constituent concern. I've never seen a large group of people work so well together to get things done.
Yeah,
We've got a lot of compliments from constituents on how when they call in with a problem or an issue and how quickly it's taken care of.
That's the idea, right? That's what we're trying to do here.
That's what we're supposed to do, but it
Exactly.
doesn't always happen that way.
No, it doesn't. But we certainly try to hold a different standard here at the city to be responsive. And Councilman, I know you and your team answered so many questions that to constituents that really didn't have anything directly to do with the city.
That's correct.
Unemployment benefits, whatever it might have been. Those are the state, or it might have been the county, or it might have been a different jurisdiction, but you and your team help point people into the right direction. It's like, these are the folks that this is who you need to contact to kind of get whatever taken care of. So it's been an interesting year, and so many city employees, we couldn't take a break. We had to just keep going because the community needed us at that point. And so it's nice of you to remember. It was a long, tough year. And so many of the people you remembered weren't able to take a break at all through all of this. And so, nice to be remembered through all of that for sure.
The least we could do, right?
Right, for sure. And then, Councilwoman, this is really cool. We want to introduce everyone to a very special young lady in Ward 2. This is the Miss Queen in action. She's the national winner of this pageant. Now, you have to tell everybody about this young lady, who she is, and why she's so special.
12 years old. When you talk to her, she'll say, when I was younger. So you can only imagine when this young woman started, because she's 12 years old. She already has over 1,200 hours of community service.
That's incredible.
All she wants to do is see a smile on somebody's face or light up their day. I've not seen a lot of young folks 12 years old that actually think like that. So I hope that she can be a mentor to many others.
Yeah.
But she came to my office. She wanted to meet me. She had met me when we did the flag in, where we place the flags.
Oh,
on,
yes, for Veterans Day, right? Yeah,
Veterans
or
Day.
Memorial Day, one of the two, yeah, or both.
Yeah, it was
maybe
Memorial Day.
Memorial Day.
Memorial
Yeah,
Day.
yeah, yeah.
And she actually met me and wanted to come to the office and meet me, in person and talk to me. And I was so impressed by her that we did a video. And if you have not seen that video, go to my Facebook page or my Instagram, and you will see a video of this young woman. And she just inspires people by, at her young age, all that she has done. And one of her favorite charities is the Ronald McDonald House.
No kidding.
Yep. And during Thanksgiving, what do you think she did? She helped serve the homeless.
Wow.
And just a great human being. So
at 1,200 hours at 12 years old, that means for every year of her life, she's had 1,000 hours of community service that she's contributed.
100 hours.
Yeah. 100 hours.
Yeah.
So
that's a lot.
100 hours. So that's still a lot for somebody that young.
And we know she didn't start.
No, not at 3. I'm assuming, it was going to be a little older before she started volunteering her time.
So it just very inspiring, and I wanted people out there to hear her story so they could get inspired. And amazing mother that I'm sure has, helped with a lot of this community service.
Yeah, it's the upbringing, right?
Yeah.
So, folks, you have to go check out, go to Councilwoman's Facebook page, check out the video. It'll inspire, make you feel good, warm your heart a little bit. So there's a lot of good still out there in the world.
And we've seen a lot of it now, right? I mean, we've talked about that, but people look at, this pandemic, and it's been such a horrible year, but really, let's look at all the good that we've seen.
Absolutely, and there are a lot of really good people out there. Sometimes we just focus on all the negative things happening, but there's so many good people that they're our neighbors and friends and all around us, so good stuff. And Councilwoman, speaking of helping get the word out to our neighbors and friends, you do a feature that we want to let everybody know about, remind them, Small Business Saturday. And this is where you feature small businesses within Ward 2. I love this segment because I've learned so much because I didn't know some of these places are literally, a mile from my house. I didn't even know where they were or what they were doing. But if you want to be a part of that segment, reach out to the Councilwoman's office, or if you're a small business owner, she will feature you on her segment. These come each week, appropriately enough on Saturday, Small Business Saturday. And you've featured everything from restaurants to dry cleaners to you name it. And these are all businesses right in our own backyard.
And there's more to come because there's been a lot of businesses that have survived the pandemic that have reached out to us, and we are filming weekly. And we're so excited to continue this program because it really brings awareness to the ward. And we just filmed a business this morning that I had never, it's right in my backyard, and I didn't know about. So I'm really excited to keep this program going. And the businesses are so grateful because they know that it is my priority to make sure that I let the community know about all the wonderful businesses in Ward 2.
Yeah. And of course, small business, such a mainstay of our economy.
It is.
And but again, small business doesn't generally have the big advertising budgets, and so they rely a lot on word of mouth or on social media. And so you helping get the word out that they're there. I love it because, like I say, I've learned so much. And again, these are businesses that are close to where I live. And so it's like, you gotta go check that out. I didn't know it was there. So again, tune in for Small Business Saturday. It's on Councilwoman's social media sites. And also too, again, if you're a business out there, a business owner, and you'd like to be featured, then reach out to the office. We'll tell you how to do that, or you saw the number on the screen. We'll tell you how to do it one more time before the end of the program. So, all right, Councilwoman, good job out there. Appropriately enough, we always want to hear from you. So if you have something you'd like to share with Councilwoman Victoria Seaman, you can find her on Facebook and Twitter. You can also contact the Councilwoman just by picking up the phone, 702-229-2420, or you can send her an email. Her address is ward2@lasvegasnevada.gov. She or one of her great staff will get right back to you and help you out with whatever you need going on. And again, small business owners, hey, this is your opportunity to get the word out on what you do. So.
Sure.
Well, great job. Happy New Year. Happy 2021.
Happy New Year to you and your family.
Thank you so much. And we'll see you back here in 6 weeks with another update from Ward 2. And in the meantime, stay safe out there, okay?
You as well.
Thank you. Well, don't miss our next show beginning on February 4th with Ward 5 City Councilman Cedric Creer. You can now catch all of our KCLV shows on Apple TV, Roku, and Amazon Fire. And don't forget, you can watch us live on the internet at kclv.tv. Thanks for joining us, everyone. We'll see you next time around. Please stay safe out there.